Hello everyone, I am Punyakirti BL. Welcome to my Python for Generative AI learning series. In this series, we are focusing on Python basics that will help us building a strong foundation for implementing generative AI concepts. So let's dive in and start today's session. So today's topic is variable length arguments in Python. So let's start with introduction. In Python, functions are flexible. They can be designed to handle different number of inputs. But what if you don't know in advance how many arguments a function will receive? This is where variable length arguments come into play. Python provides two special symbols for this purpose. One one is Args, allows a function to take any number of positional arguments. Keyword arguments allows a function to make any number of keyword arguments. In this lesson, we will focus on args, which lets your function handle a flexible number of inputs. This concept is extremely useful in real-world scenarios like calculating totals when the number of items varies, managing user preferences that may differ for each person, handling unpredictable configurations in web applications. Let's understanding args. The arg syntax lets function accept any number of positional arguments. Inside the function, these arguments are collected into a tuple, allowing you to loop through or sum them easily. Here's a simple example to understand. Here I have a calculated function. I will take this to the editor. Let's see. I'm copying in here. So we have a function called calculate total cost. Here base cost I have along with any number of args we can use. Then we are printing that args and returning base cost plus sum of args. Okay, so let's compile this and understand what all we have. So base cost is a regular mandatory parameter. Args captures all additional arguments passed to the function. Inside the function, args behaves like tuple containing those extra values. Let's see how it works. So example, food delivery app. So imagine you are building a food delivery app that calculates the total cost of an order. Each order can have different number of food items, some with 2, some with 5 and others with 10. You don't want to write a new function for every possible case. Let's use our flexible function to calculate. Now we have these values. So for explanation, the first argument 10 is the base cost, maybe for delivery. The rest is our item cost. The function adds them all up and gives the results. Let's try that with the output. So here I am calling print calculate total cost. I am calling this function with base cost 10 and remaining our item cost. When I turn to run, we are getting the result with 5267 as a arguments which we are passing. Let's see what is the type of args we are getting. We told the args will be type of tuple, right? Whether we are getting or not, we can see that one. So when I run, now we are able to see this is of type tuple. So then it will sum up to 30. You can also call it with fewer items. Only one item I am passing. For 5 is the base cost here. See, let's see. So print calculate total cost and base cost we are passing and 9 as a value. So 14 we are getting. Next, again without any argument, if I pass with base cost only, so only we are getting 5. So this is an optional, any number of values we can send. Base cost should be mandatory, other arguments are not mandatory. Here args becomes 9 and total is 5 plus 9 is equal to 14. This flexibility means your function can adapt to any number of inputs, perfect for dynamic real world data. So another example, social media hashtags. Now imagine a social media app where users can add any number of hashtags to a post. We can use args again to handle this. Now I have a function like this. So what is my function will do? So this is my function, create hashtags and only arguments we have. So it will return joining the arguments. So args collects all the hashtag strings passed to the function. So join args combines them into a single space separated string. So let's try how it will be printed. So these are the hashtag we have and I'm calling that function Now print create hashtag passing hash AI, hash Python, hash LLMs. So when I run, now you are able to see it is combined into one string with space. So the function accepts as many hashtags as the user provides, whether it's 2 or 20. So a small pro tip. The name Args is not special. It's just a convention. So you could use any name you like after the star. For example, I have a function like this, and here I don't specify args here, but after star we are specifying it as tags. Now we can call that this behaves exactly same way. Using meaningful names like tags, items, numbers makes your code more readable and self-explanatory. So we need to call this create hashtag. Again, I'm calling this. After this, it behaves similar to how it is implemented. Done, right? So wrap up. Variable length arguments make your functions more adaptable and future proof. They help you to write cleaner, reusable code without constantly changing function definition to match different input sizes. Let's recap what you learned. In this lesson, you learned the purpose of variable length arguments in Python, how to use args to accept a flexible number of positional arguments, real world examples like calculating order totals and combining hashtags, the fact that args is just a name, we can choose any meaningful identifier. In the next step, we will explore keyword args, which helps handle variable length keyword arguments in similar way. So, thank you for watching today's session. This is part of Python for Generative AI learning series. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Also, feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. The link is in description. See you in the next session. Thank you very much.